We are here for the launch of the 2024 Volkswagen Atlas with Thomas Tetzlaff. Thomas, what makes this vehicle, all refreshed, different from the competition? Because it's a tough market out there in the three-road SUV segment.
Well, Patrina, you are right when you say that. This is a tough segment. Canadians like their intermediate and large SUVs, and they like them for good reason. They've got stuff to put in these vehicles and they want space. And that was the #1 prerogative when we looked at redesigning Atlas. We talked to our customers and we asked them, hey, what do you like about your Atlas? We talked to them and asked them, what don't you like about your Atlas? And we talked to customers who considered Atlas and didn't end up buying, and we asked them why they didn't. And the space was the overarching topic that everybody mentioned. Don't change the space. So we didn't change the space. We made this a true 7-passenger vehicle. I'm 6 feet tall and I can obviously sit in a driver's seat, but the good news is I can sit in a passenger seat and then I can go into the 3rd row and sit comfortably. It is not a penalty box. Add in the fact that you can still haul a lot of luggage with all 3 rows up, and that's fantastic. But when you drop that 2nd row, which a lot of Canadians do, your typical family is 4 or 5 people, you drop that 3rd row and it's a cavern. If you have a hockey team at your household, soccer, dance, you name it, whatever stuff you need to carry, you're going to be able to carry it in the Atlas. So we didn't change that. What people always ask for, it's better fuel economy, because gas is not cheap in Canada. So people said, hey, give us more fuel economy. So we went with a 1-engine strategy. We went with the tried and true 2-liter turbocharged engine that's found on a lot of Volkswagen products. This is the 4th generation version of this engine. It's more refined than ever. It's more powerful. It has more torque, and it has better fuel economy. So on the road, you feel it. It drives smoother. It accelerates more briskly, but at the end of the day, you're spending less money on fuel. So that was a change people really appreciated.
But you dumped the V6 engine. You decided not to do a plug-in hybrid version. Why is that?
Well, we looked at what people wanted. First, they need motivation. They need the car to go. So this engine was perfectly tuned. Towing, some Canadians still do a lot of towing. We wanted to make sure we didn't sacrifice that, so the towing capacity on this car is still 5,000 pounds. Then you mentioned the plug-in and or the full EV. We've got some plans in place right now that I probably shouldn't be talking about, but we've got our ID4, compact sport utility that carries the load for the EVs. We've got some more coming. We've got ID Buzz coming next year. And trust me, that won't be the last EV coming from Volkswagen. We decided for our Atlas, we're going to keep it gasoline powered for now.
Well, tell me about some of the exterior changes on this refresh Atlas.
It's very refreshed, and I would describe them as evolutionary. If you look at the front, pretty much everything below the hood line is all new. A new grille, new front bumper, front spoiler, and the lighting, all LED on all trim levels. It's very horizontal, so the front is a little broader, a little more, tough looking, a little more upright. People have told us they like the look of the Atlas. Don't mess with it too much. So we cleaned it up a little bit, made it a little bit more aerodynamic and more functional. With the light bar across the front, you now have the opportunity to get an illuminated Volkswagen logo on the front. People really like that. So in the top trims, you'll find that as well. You go around to the side, we kept the profile pretty much intact. We changed all the rim and tire offers on each trim level. We extended the rear spoiler a little bit, so it makes the car in profile look a little bit longer and leaner. And people seem to like that. They want to drive a big car, but they don't want to be seen to be driving, the Queen Mary around town.
And it's still, as far as proportions, same height, same width.
Same height, same width, pretty much the same weight based on content. So there's not a huge amount of changes in terms of those numbers. At the back, we carry out that theme. Light is the new chrome. So we added this full width panel at the back with a lighted logo at the back as well. So you've got more light, a little bit wider on the chrome sections, the rear sections, and I'm sure you're going to want to see this. Here's the key. As I mentioned first off, this is where we win with Atlas. It's got tremendous space. For passengers, great space. For luggage, great space. You need a little bit more room. Bang, the rear seat goes down. There's the hockey bags. There's the art materials, the soccer stuff. You've got all that room. It is just fantastic. And something that you'll see right now, you're taking a look at the front seat. Look at the materials, the fit and finish. The one area we really wanted to concentrate with Atlas was the cabin. We wanted it to be a real premium experience. Take a look at that center console. You're now looking at this huge 12-inch center console. The instrument panel is 10¼ inches, all electronic. All the switchgear falls readily to hand. It's smooth, it's very high grade. Inside your doors, very, very upscale looking. The seats with various different, quilting patterns. This is the top trim car. It's got this beautiful diamond pattern, heated of course. But the interesting thing is, we didn't just do it for the front seat passengers. We also did it at the back. So if you look at the rear of the car, it's the same treatment. Same treatment on the seats, same treatment on the doors. So regardless of where you sit in Atlas, you're going to be sitting in the lap of luxury. It's got all kinds of tech, 3 different trim levels, and new for 24, we've actually introduced I guess a funkier off-roady looking version with some nice trim. That's going to be a little bit later, a few weeks after the launch of Atlas, which is actually coming up very soon. We'll have these in our dealers' hands by the middle of August, starting at $49,995. You get change from a $50,000 bill.
How important is Atlas to the Canadian market?
Oh, it's huge for us, Katrina. We have sold a whole bunch of these in the last 5 years. It has become a top seller at Volkswagen. Our dealers love it because their customers love it. It answered the question that so many Volkswagen customers were asking. I love the Tiguan, I love my GTI, but I've got a bigger family now. I have the need for space. Atlas provides that, and as a result, you're seeing a lot of driveways now. They've got the GTI on the left side, but that Atlas is filling up the space for when they need to take the whole family. We're really happy with it. Our dealers are happy. We're hoping our customers will be too.
Thanks, Thomas. That was great.
Thank you.